Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the next fight on the prelim card. Nursulton Ruziboev versus Eric McConico. This is a short notice fight. I don't even have pictures of these dudes. Their silhouettes are, these things, these gray figures and whatnot. Full disclosure, I did not know who Eric McConico was, or could be. I had to go do research on him before I made this video. Shout out to him. He does not look like an American flag. He is a black man, somewhat muscular, and he trains at MMA Lab. Now, shout out to him. He's 34 years old, making his UFC debut. 9-2-1, 4 knockouts, 3 subs, right? Never been subbed, by the way, but he has been knocked out before. And if I want to go watch his fights, he had some amateur fights, and then he has his pro fights. About 9 hours ago, UFC posted his fight, the UFC fight club or fight card, whatever that thing is. They posted this fight here against Maki Pitolo. And that's important because Maki Pitolo is a former UFC fighter. He used to fight in the UFC. My God, was he terrible. He was in the UFC here. You see it. He won early, and then he lost 5 in a row to dudes who ain't worth a damn. Okay? They're not worth a damn, and he lost to all these guys. And he fought Eric McConico most recently, and Eric ends up beating him. Now, if you go watch that fight, what you're going to see is this guy, Eric, in a clinch, doesn't have a clue what to do. Just standing there. Doesn't fight for underhooks. We're standing there, and I'm talking about like slow dancing, bro. These guys are slow dancing. Fucking give me your number later. I want to hit you up on the way home. Like, I don't know what's going on. Nobody's really scrapping. Go watch that first round. Eric McConico versus Maki. Go watch the first round, and you'll be like, I'm supposed to bet on this guy? I'm supposed to believe in this dude? Now, he does have heavier legs, so he can fight a takedown. He's pretty tough. He looks muscular. He looks like he can throw them things, right? Pillows for fists. They don't hurt. He ain't knocking nobody out. They don't hurt. You can beat them to a pulp, and ain't nothing happening. I don't see it, man. I see a guy who, yes, he ends up winning that fight against Maki. He wins in the 3rd round. He breaks him and all this stuff. But you were struggling with a regional guy. You were struggling with a fringe UFC fighter. And this was a couple years ago. And now you're fighting Nursulton Ruziboev, a dude who just matchup nightmare for you, bro. Matchup nightmare. Number one, he's very, very experienced. He's slick on his back. He's going to throw up triangles, throw up Kimuras from his back, right? If you're a jiu-jitsu nerd. And he can also strike like a mother flipper. He can knock people out. This dude's nice. Now, he's 6'5", and the last time we saw him, he lost to Joaquin Buckley. But everybody needs to understand something. We're talking about the 3 fighters he's fought in the UFC are Bruno Ferreira, Cedric, I beat women Dumas, and then Joaquin Buckley. Those are infinitely better fighters than anything Eric McConico is. And infinitely better. These are main card fighters. That's what these are. So for this man to lose by decision, go to the distance with Joaquin Buckley at 170. Remember, he cut weight to 170. He was exhausted. He was drained. And now he's back up to 185, and they're fighting at 185. It's important you understand that your boy Eric McConico usually fights at 205. And he's cutting down to 185. So they're going to meet in the middle at 185, and I really like Ruziboev in this matchup simply because he has more weapons. I don't see how he really loses this fight. You could go inside the distance, no decision, if that's the bet you want to make. It's safe. You say he's going to get a knockout or a sub, but if it goes to the judges, let's just not even go there. The reason for that is he has been taken down. Joaquin Buckley out-wrestled him, and he couldn't get back up, which is crazy. But if he's standing, he's a nightmare. I think he wins this fight by knockout. I think he has too much speed. Eric McConico is annoying. He will crash and close the distance with the opponent, but not to wrestle, not to get a takedown, just to be in a 50-50 up against the cage and doesn't know how to turn his opponent to the cage. It's nuts what he does. I've never seen somebody like this guy, ever. He's just boring as hell. I mean, he will get booed out of the UFC in a heartbeat. Now, he's taking this fight on short notice. They were just talking to all the MMA Lab guys last week, right? Jared Cannonier and all them. They love that whole room, that whole gym. So they say, yo, you guys got anybody available? Yeah, we got a guy. Eric, he's ready to go. And I don't think he is. I think Eric's getting knocked out. I think it's a lock. I'm going to take Ruziboev. Now, some people will tell you careful. He can get taken down and be dominated and maybe lose by points or something like that. Bro, I'm not listening to none of that shit. Scared money don't make money, especially at a minus 290. Let me say this. Ruziboev should be a minus 500. And it's minus 290. I don't understand that. So they're assuming it's short notice. The fact that he lost the last time he was in the cage, I'm telling you guys, Ruziboev is fighting world-class fighters. Fighters that are ranked in the top 15 in their weight class. And you're talking about a dude who's fighting people who washed out of the UFC, and it's taken him a long time to even be competitive with those people. Nah, give me Ruziboev by TKO. That's a value bet. It's plus 160. Obviously, the money line is minus 290, and I would parlay that with the other locks on this card. So that's my pick for this particular fight. Good luck, MVPs. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace.